I think we went live. I think we went live. What's going on, everyone? How we doing this fine evening? I'm playing with my soundboard. I had to move into a new office. Oh, another office. Oh, I'm getting there. House is getting in order. Everything's getting good. We got the new light set up in the front, the new bigger green screen. Look, you can't even see my fingers. Oh, they look green. Oh, what's going on, everyone? Mike Lee, of course, is in the house. What's going on? What else we got here? And Tim could sell them as the three wise men. Who's the three wise men? Les Steckel. Everyone knows how much I love Les Steckel. Les Steckel, son of a former Marine who was Minnesota Vikings coach for one season, took over for Bud Grant, did such a wonderful job that Bud Grant had to come back. And had to come back. Had to come back and start working again with the Minnesota Vikings. You're back in Jersey. That was Jersey. You're in because it's not Jersey, it's Jersey. You got to go to Jersey, and then you got to go to the shore. I always love that with the thing, man, because I grew up mainly in Jersey, and that's the thing. You got to go to the shore. Go on the shore. You going to the shore? Yeah, I'll meet you on the shore. Oh, what's up? Howdy. Oh my God, I love you, Tim, for real. I love everybody, everyone is awesome. Let's see here. We got what's up, Michael? What's going on? This is fine Friday evening. Thought we would do a stream for a little bit. My big thing always was it's Friday night. Just got paid. You know what? I figured I'd do a stream at 9 because you know what? No one goes out until 10, 11 o'clock. And what the hell's use of even going out to the club until like 10, 11 o'clock? I mean, if you show up at the club by 10, you shouldn't be there. 11:30. Then. So that's why I said we'll do a stream now. We'll get it going, get everyone up ready, and then you head out to the club. Who would I want to have engaged? I would really have neither. Those don't really seem like choices to me. That's like, would you like to be shot in the foot or shot in the leg? I'm gonna pick neither. I'm gonna go with none. No one says that up here. No one says, well, you must be in Upper Jersey then. You must be in Northern Jersey. I lived in Central Jersey. And everyone says there is no such thing as Central Jersey. Yeah, there's Central Jersey. Yeah, there is Central Jersey. What do you mean no one says? You always go. It's down the shore. You always go to the shore. Why is Joe Judge not coaching like his job is going to be gone tomorrow? All these people on this team play like they know they got job security. I don't think they know that they have job security. Joe Judge came out today, and I guess he was doing a press conference or whatever. He was doing his interview thing, and he's like, and he's sitting there telling people, well, we're going to peak at the right time.
That's what she said.
Oh, that was loud. We're going to peak at the right time. There's a good time to peak. Oh, 3-6. There's better times to peak than 3-6. Maybe we should have peaked somewhere in those first couple of games. Maybe, I don't know. That's a possibility, Mr. Judge. But he's going to peak at the right time. They played way too conservative. They do play way too conservative, man. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem. You know what? And I think, like I said, and we've said it a million times, it's a philosophy. That's what it is. It's a philosophy. Oh no. What happened to Pizzle? You're in Woodbridge. Woodbridge. You know it well. Woodbridge Mall. Yeah. Used to hang out at the Woodbridge Mall quite extensively. There used to be a bar inside the Woodbridge Mall that was actually a pretty good bar to go to. You would stop there before you went actually out to the club. That was years ago, that Woodbridge. I haven't been to the Woodbridge Mall in years. What does this say? Did you see what Pizzle said? Tweet about Fireside Giants. No, I did not see what he said about Fireside Giants. It's probably, I'm going to say, I'm going to probably say it wasn't anything good. Because I'm gonna throw that out. I'm gonna throw it. Yeah, but he meant peak, different type of peak, Pikes Peak, Joe Judge Peak. You know what? Monday's gonna be an interesting game because if you want to continue the like I've said it a million times, you want to continue the charade of we're going to the playoffs. You have to win. You got to win Monday. There's no ifs, ands, buts, anything else. You got to win on Monday. You don't win on Monday, then you are 3-7. I've said this a gazillion times. I will get excited about the season once we reach 500, but I'm not going to get excited season at 3-6 because 3-6 with the Tampa game, you're one game away from 3-7. And then if you're one game away from 3-7, then you are one game away from not being anywhere near the playoffs. You beat Tampa in Tampa, then I'll be interested. You win the following week. Okay. Then I'm a little bit more interested because then we're 5-6. Then you play the Eagles in Dallas. You beat them. You get to 6-6. Then we can talk. But first, let's get that first win in Tampa. Pizzle blocked you. Why? What did you do? What did you do that you made him block you? Hold on a minute. Friday night. Just want to sing tonight. Look at all the offensive players last year that played like dog doo-doo. And yet the Giants never drafted their replacements. They know they can play bad and get away with it. You know, in some ways you may be right. I mean, it's not a bad. Yeah, I mean, in some ways you're right. But you know what? At certain points in times, you then have to start winning. Because if you don't start winning, then that's that. I mean, then you know. You're going to hopefully not, hopefully you're not going to lose your fan base. Haha, you're either north or south. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. There's no Central Jersey. There is a Central Jersey, though. I lived in Trenton for years. There's a Central Jersey. I always tell the story because where I lived in Trenton was not the greatest area in the world. It was not the greatest area in the world. And it was at the Giant game about 2 years ago. And we were talking to some guys in the parking lot and they were from Newark. And I told him, I said, I was telling him about where I lived in Trenton. And I said, I lived off of North Broad Street. And I remember the one guy from Newark, looked at me and said, whoa, that's a bad neighborhood. It's like, you're from Newark. You're saying I lived in a bad neighborhood. He called trash content creator. He called them, well, I don't know. I've never seen him. I never seen Fireside. Who was it? Who are we talking about? Fireside? I don't know. Are those the ones that post everything like on Twitter and stuff, like their news organizations, or like they actually know something and they do a really pretty job of like making their posts and stuff. I give them credit for that, but they posted like their like they're savants about the sport and they work in the sport and they're being quoted. Because I saw that on Twitter. That annoyed me a little bit. What a piss we saw that. If we lose Monday, the playoffs hopes officially are. If you lose Monday, yes, I think pretty much if we lose Monday, you got to say the hope is gone. The hope is gone. You have to, because you know what? Because recovering from 3-7 is not going to be an easy task. You do have divisional games. You have 4 divisional. How many divisional games left? Let's see. You got 2 against the Eagles. You got 4 divisional games. So, I mean, you can make some hay in the division, but the problem is you're not going to make anything in reference to the wild card. So you would have to, if we lose on Monday, we would have to capture the division. Yeah, I saw Logan Ryan went into the protocol. It looks like he went into the contact protocol, though. So, I mean, there's always an opportunity he could still come out. I mean, like I said, if he's vaccinated, I think he has to have 2 or 3 negative tests within 24 hours. So there's an opportunity that he could be fine. There's the opportunity. There's a gleam. Do you think the Bucks are about to get it right game, or is there something more to their recent bet? You know what the thing, especially with teams that have just coming off the Super Bowl, and Tom Brady, it can be a testament to this, that you're going to go through stretches. That's why it's tough to repeat. Everybody's gunning for you, and you have to, have the same monicum of success that you had the previous season. Do I think it's going to be a get right game for Tampa? Yeah, mine's gonna be like 45-17. I think Tom Brady and this Tampa team's going to come out pissed, and the problem is it's going to land on the Giants. The playoff dream is will never end. Unfortunately, you're right. You're right, Saeed. We could turn around. We could be 3-9, and there will still be a segment that talks about There still will be a segment that talks about the playoffs. I have a bad feeling about this game. What's up, Zachary? It would be a mirage until the fourth quarter. Then the Giants collapse in the spectacular fashion. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna put it through that perspective, yeah, I think that it's in some ways you almost hope that if it is going to be a blowout or is it going to be lost, that you get blown out and you don't lose a close game to Tampa. That's just my opinion. Bad play. I don't know what the bad play is. Central Jersey does exist. I know it exists. I lived in Central Jersey, man. Whoops. I lived in Central Jersey. Sorry, I backed up there. I got, like I said, I had to change areas in the house. So so I had to remove everything to another room because I needed a more of a better enclosed space. Let's see here. I need to bring in Johnny from the West to clean house. At least there were 40 wrestlers in 2 weeks. Yeah, I saw that they were dumping guys at the WWE. I'm a WWF guy. Sorry, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Off the top ropes, stuff like that. I never really watched wrestling. I was a kid. I never really watched. I don't know why. And now I watch this shit on this. Yeah, shit. I can say shit. I watch. It's Friday night. We're all going out. The behind the scenes wrestling these on Spike. Boy, 80s wrestling was fucked up. You look at some of the stuff that went on at 80s wrestling, man. It's like I should have watched. Yes, they are all on X News. Hey, what's up, J-Ham? What's going on here? One of our subscribers to OG Online Big Blue, the paid subscriber membership thing, $1.99 because that was the lowest I can make it. All proceeds go to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. It's great. It's got content. It's got videos. You really get to know how I feel about things. Fireside Giants reach for the craziest DJ stats ever I've seen. I don't know what did they say? What did they reach for? We should make Tim watch them. Fireside Giants. I'm not watching any Fireside Giants. I'm not watching them. I'm not watching it. I don't care. Like I said, I just get pissed if it's the people I'm thinking of because they put these things out like they quote themselves. Like they're in the sport, like they know anything. Okay. That's all we're gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. We should hire Doug Peterson to fix Daniel Jones. You know what? That's not a bad idea, but then you have to think to yourself: was it Doug Peterson or was it Frank Reich that kind of turned around or made Carson Wentz? Nowhere we're catching the Cowboys. No, we are not catching the Cowboys. How about Michael? Excuse me. How about Mr. Parsons? How about Mr. Parsons? He's turning the corner. What's up, Saeed? DJ threw 5 picks. Oh well, somehow there's 83 Pro Football Folks last week. July, it ain't his fault. Daniel Jones, if he throws 5 picks, it's somehow Eli Manning's fault. I guarantee it's Eli Manning's fault. I got the big desk back. It's kind of freaking me because there's nothing on the big desk. I have none of my toys. I'm very upset. I don't know what happened to baby Saquon. I still have baby Creed. And now that I have everything pushed back, everything's much wider.
That's what she said.
Sorry. We should hire Peterson to fix Jones. Like I said, I don't know if with Frank Reich and Nick Foles, whether it was Peterson or whether it was Frank Reich. That's all I'm going to say. Age is catching up to Brady. You know what's problem with J-Ham? Age, they always say that age is catching up to Brady. They always say that. They said that last year. They said that the year before. They said that the year he won the Super Bowl. I wish I had that much age and it was catching up to me. Let's see here. The team won a Super Bowl was a much harder schedule than next year. Yeah. It is. Let's see. Jeffrey. Happy Friday, y'all. I know Jeffrey's going out tonight. It's Friday night, man. I know Jeffrey's going out tonight. He's going out somewhere. He's going out somewhere to have fun. Oh, Lamont, are you going to start doing this thing again? Yeah. Director's player personnel, 16 years. Let's see. If Fireside Giants makes pray for. I got to watch Fireside Giants now because I don't know what any of this is. I got to watch it then. Why not? No, because that just aggravates me. It aggravates me. I don't want to be aggravated. Who wants to be aggravated? I can't believe you think Hurts is better than Jones. I did not say Hurts was better than Jones. I said at this junction of the career, and if you are a subscriber to OG Online Big Blue, you would know what I was talking about because I did another video about that. All I said is at this point in his career, Hurts to me has more of an upside because you've seen for 3 years what Daniel Jones is, and Jalen Hurts has more of mobility. While he may only throw for one game for 150 yards, he's still rushing for 70, 80 yards and a couple touchdowns. And while he still makes the mistakes, if you look at his statistical improvement from last year in regards to his completed passes and percentage of completed passes or pass attempts, he's improved. And people say, well, he's got a lot of garbage touchdowns. Yeah, he's also got a lot of touchdowns that were meaningful. Just throwing that out there. Actually, I'm hoping it's over in the first. Can go to bed early. I got to do a video, Mike. I would like to go to bed early too. They got to start making these games at 7. Especially for us old people. Worst Nick you have ever seen? Worst Nick player or worst Nick team? Because the worst Nick that I ever saw was Brad Wright. And I think that was 87. And I only say that because last game of the season, I was sitting under the basket in the front row and he fell on me. So he was the worst Nick. Yo, James, what's going on? Welcome. How you doing, James? Thank you again for subscribing to OG Online Big Blue. Hope you enjoy the videos. I've always enjoyed that word. Broke my heart when I realized fake. Wrestling's not fake. Wrestling is real. Does anyone remember what's his name? Was it Dwayne Schultz? The guy that slapped the news reporter? Yeah, he said it was fake. What kind of stuff happened? Oh God, 80s wrestling, man. You gotta watch it. It's on Spike TV. We're talking about the Giants, but it's on Spike TV, man. There were people getting murdered. There was drugs. There was orgies. It was great. I wish I would have watched. I wish I would have. I wish I was a little bit taller. Let's see here. Who is a kid from Arizona that we drafted that was a bust? James, got to be more specific. We got a lot. We got a lot of busts. We got a lot of busts. We got a lot of big busts.
That's what she said.
Sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Zachary. Let's jump over here to Zachary. Let's see here. It's all Baker's fault. Thank you for the super chat. Of course, all super chats go to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. Support the kids, man. I love of course it's all Baker's fault. It's always Baker's fault. I love the movie Wildcats with Goldie Hawn. You had Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes and the guy that was Bubba and Forrest Gump is in it. And there's a scene, and it was a football movie, and there's the scene at the end where because Goldie Hawn's divorcing her husband, or is divorced from her husband, and she's trying to take the kids, and they're at the game, and they're arguing in the stands back and forward, and there's this couple that is listening to the argument. And I love it because at one point, the couple turns around, looks at him, and goes, "Let him keep the kids, Frank." I just remember, because if you ever have an argument with someone, you're in the stands, or just in general, there's always someone that's listening. Rusty Nails, what's going on, my friend? Do you feel JPP is a Hall of Famer? I do not, but think he could have it if he was not for the injuries, especially a fireworks incident. JPP is one of my favorite players. I've said that a million times. I liked him when he came out of South Florida. I thought he was an awesome pick. I think he was a great Giant. I think he had up and down seasons. He actually, and I don't have it here, but I've shown it before. I have his skull cap, his winter cap from the final game he played against Washington in his last season with the Giants in the 2018 season. He actually came over because I was staying on silence, and I asked, and he gave me a skull cap. So I got it framed up. So do I think he's a Hall of Famer? I think he's on the cusp of a Hall of Famer. I mean, the guy's got 2 Super Bowls. I mean, I think if he shows some more consistency and actually has another good season or two, yeah, I do think he could potentially be a Hall of Famer. Why not? I do. I think he could be. Bruno Sammartino. Oh my God. I don't like I said, my guy was you got Hulk Hogan. You got Hulk. What's up, Tuesday? I thought Jam I said hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. Sorry. Talk about messed up wrestling world. Watch the Dark Side of the Ring Vice. It shows. Oh yeah, man, that's stuff I watch. I started watching. I know nothing about wrestling. Channing Frye. Channing Frye was a bad Nick. He was a bad Nick. That is Fireside Giants. They quote themselves. Okay, so they are the guys that put these things up like they're like they actually know something, and they put it in like, this guy quoted this. Okay, what are your source of reference? Did you play? Did you suit up? Did you strap it on? Did you do any of that stuff? Did you coach? Did you work in the league? I don't even quote myself. Her channel is okay. I don't know. I must have missed whose channel is okay. I'm trying to go back and read some of these comments. Friday night. Oh my goodness gracious me. What a day, guys. I'm excited today. I finally feel like myself. I only feel like myself today. So I'm not a Jones lover or hater. I'm a Jones hoper. Ooh, I like that, because I always say I'm not a Jones lover. I'm not a Jones hater. I'm a Jones realist. That's what I always say, but I like that one. Daniel Jones is better than Carson Wentz. Yeah, I don't think so. Better arm, more athletic. I don't think so. Carson Wentz almost won an MVP. Jeffrey's got Jeffrey's got a hot date, man. Jeffrey's got it going on. Jordan Hill barely got to play. Jordan Hill got traded. Jordan Hill was a bad Nick. He was a bad Nick. Oh no, bad Nick. What's his name? Monty Williams. I forget who's the coach of now. Monty Williams, man, was Monty Williams. I think he came out of or is it Mike Sweetney, who came out of Georgetown? Those are some bad Nicks. Daniel Jones is a franchise quarterback. Okay. Does anyone think Daniel Jones is a franchise quarterback? Let's check. Oh, wait. He does. Oh, wait. He does. Ban. Who are we banning now? Spammer be gone. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. You're blocked. You're blocked. He was a plant from Fireside. We got the first rim shot here from James. Got the first drum roll here. Oh, my God. Tim doesn't have any mods yet. Yeah, I know. I got to get mods. I got to do mod stuff. You know, I always tell that. I always say that, but I never do. Let's see. Just because you said it 100 times doesn't make it true. Daniel Jones, franchise quarterback. Daniel Jones, franchise quarterback. Daniel Jones, franchise quarterback. Nope, still not true. Still not true. What do we say here? Also makes this is sub-only chat, so no bots come in, and it's yeah, that's what I do. Wild Samoans, Captain Lou Albano. He was like, how you doing, my friend? What's going on? Hello, Clutch B-Ball TV. How you doing? Oh, I remember Quincy. Carson Wentz has 17 touchdowns and 3 interceptions on the season. Stop it right now. Well, the problem is that Carson Wentz is, you know why Carson Wentz is back with Frank Reich. So maybe that was my point. Frank Reich is the reason why Carson Wentz is good. McDonald's franchise. Is that for Daniel Jones? I like saying Candyman in the mirror. I like saying Candyman in the mirror 3 times. I've seen that movie. You can't say that. Let's see. Wentz is on a better team in Indy. Well, you know what the thing with Carson Wentz is? I thought we were talking Giants here, though. We're talking Giants. Like I said, I think Carson Wentz's whole issue has always been the injuries. And I think, like I said, once Frank Reich left, the wheels kind of fell off the Carson Wentz bus. And it broke down on 95 South heading back to Jersey. Let's see here. Daniel Jones can read better defense better than Carson Wentz. Even Wentz has 100 times more TDs than he does. Oh, my God. I don't know where the sarcasm button is, but that's okay. Oh, my God. Can you please tell us your thoughts on Evan? I think you know what the thing with Evan is, and I said this on somehow it doesn't have to be Giants tonight. Whatever we're going to talk about. We'll talk about Giants, talk about the Knicks, talk about the Rangers, talk about the Mets. My thoughts on, because I got thoughts on everything. We'll talk about Malik Willis. My thoughts on everything about Evan is I did a video and I said I'm concerned about Evan and I'm concerned that he's going to be grabbing an Allen Houston contract, that he's going to chip in 13, 14 points a night. His defense is, I would say, suspect at best, that he is going to be used to open underneath for people like Julius Randle. But now the problem is and Mitchell Robinson. The problem is Julius Randle he took 11 shots last time, and 10 of them were threes. And then he tries to blame the rest of the team by saying, "Well, I was trying to get the other guys open." No, you have to do your job. That's what it is. I used to say Bloody Mary in the bathroom. Beetlejuice. Oh, no. There's always an excuse why Daniel Jones struggles, and none of the excuses are Daniel Jones because it's never Daniel Jones's fault. We're going to block this guy. You're blocked. You're banned. Not you. Banning whoever that was. There's never an excuse. And you know this because I've watched your videos and I've seen your live streams. There's no excuse. Everyone else's excuse is everyone else is Daniel Jones. No fault to Daniel Jones. He can do no wrong. After 3 years, he throws an interception and someone else's fault. And I think that's the biggest issue. I can't say starting quarterback DJ's better than Santana. I can't say any starting quarterback DJ's better than Sam. Well, first of all, Sam Darnold's Green's not starting anymore. He's Cam Newton. It's Cam Newton. Why don't we use John Ross more? He seems like to be a bright spot because the problem with John Ross is he does not run routes well. He runs the fly pattern great. Run straight, go straight ahead, get ahead of steam, but he's not a consistent route runner. He never has been going back to college. Daniel Jones can throw 3 picks in a game, and it's the offensive line's fault. Good point. Zach Attack. What's Zach Attack got to say here? Titans have more injuries than the Giants. Next man up. It's a coach variable. And you know what, Zach? I did a post on this, and I think I did a video on it as well. They have 30 guys on the Titans, that is, including some running back. They got 30 guys on the injured reserve list. Yeah, it's next man up. I learned that in college. The only way I got to play, first year in college was the fact that everyone got hurt. That just tells you about my skill level. It only took everyone getting hurt. We need to drive to the. Well, yeah, we got to. Yeah, he needs to. You know what? He needs to drive to the home more. His problem was ever since going back to the playoffs, and I think the playoffs kind of screwed him up. And right now he's got to find his game, and he's got to, and I've said this a million times, he's got to find not only the consistency, but because if you watch him, he's wildly inconsistent. He's got to get back into the flow of the offense. And I don't know if it's a Kemba Walker issue. I don't know if it's a Rose issue. I don't think starting quickly is the answer, because I think the fact that I've said it a million times, I think quickly is Vinny Johnson or the old Detroit Pistons days. He's microwave. He's instant offense, and quickly does have issues at times facilitating the ball. He's an empty stat champion. I don't disagree. Let's see here. What's up, John? So how is Jones a runner, but yet Wentz is a scrambler? Wentz used to be more athletic, but Jones is now more. Wentz isn't athletic because he got hurt. He gets hurt a bunch of times, so he's going to be more of a pocket passer. He was more of a scrambler his first couple of years in the league, but after you get wrecked a few times, then you don't want to be a scrambler. You don't want to be a scrambler anymore. That's what she said. Jones has good anticipation. Yeah, he anticipates not scoring a bunch of times. Hey-oh. I'm on fire tonight, guys. I feel good. Let's see here. What's KJ got to say here? Not even Daniel Jones makes excuses for him. Daniel Jones, you got to give credit. He doesn't make excuses. He doesn't. And like I said, he had a comment about his 0-7 record on in prime time, and he actually had a good comment. Ross can't stay on the. He's been staying on the field, but like I said, if you play him more, he might not be on the field anymore. What do we got here? The O-line looks almost as good as it did as Jones' rookie year. Why it can't be more consistent now? Because of the fact that he's still having the problem. He's still the mad patter with the football. I've said it a million times. He gets nervous, and then someone said to me, "Well, Peyton Manning used to pat the ball. Peyton Manning used to pat the ball before he threw the ball." Daniel Jones, if you watch him, when he gets flustered in the pocket and he can't process, he just hits that ball like he's burping the baby. Please don't say Beetlejuice to Marish. Oh my God, that's not nice, Bob. I always think of Beetlejuice though from Howard Stern. What do you think here? Why don't we use Kyle Brewer for more? I think he's gonna. Because you know why? He's washed up. I've been saying this since the day we signed him. He is washed up. Heard a rumor that the Giants are quietly scouting quarterback. Yes, they actually sent a guy out to look at Pickett, and I forgot the other quarterback he was playing against Pittsburgh. Yeah, they're doing their due diligence, and that's what they need to do besides draft Malik Willis. But they're doing their due diligence, and you have to, because if Daniel Jones implodes, and then what are you going to do? You're going to need to find an option. Are you excited for the Mets offseason? It seems like very interesting in getting big fish. I hope they get the big fish free agent, but then you think of some of the big fish guys like Jason Bay, they went out and signed, and I know that turned out to be a disaster. I know, looking at Chris Bryant and Noah Syndergaard leaving the team, I think that was not a bad idea, but you know what? You've depleted your starting pitching even more, especially when you don't know what's going to happen to Jacob deGrom. Ooh, I sound like I know things. Let's see here. I hope Garrett is gone. Not enough creative. Again, I've said this a million times. I don't think it's all Jason Garrett. I think it's coming down from. I think it's coming down from Mount Joe Judge. That they're not going to turn around, and they're going to have an offensive philosophy that is going to allow them not to have Daniel Jones be the one that makes the mistakes, and I'm never going to question him.
How dare you question Joe Judge?
I would never question Joe Judge. The Mad Patter. He is the Mad Patter. That's the thing. He is the Mad Patter. What do we got here? I can't get the image of Jones tripping over his own feet on an 80-yard run. Oh, come on. Come on. It's Daniel Jones at the 5. It's Daniel Jones that was classic.
Never mind.
Classic's not the word for it. Jones didn't have a good rookie season. Look at the turnover. We did the video on that. I mean, you take out those 3 games, you take out what, like 12 touchdowns or whatever it was. I forgot the number. Then he's like 12 and he's got 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and 496 fumbles. Let's see. All I'm saying is Wentz might be all right, but Jones is better, which is why if we hired Doug Peterson, we'd be better. But the problem is Wentz was not better under Doug Peterson. Wentz is better under Frank Reich. Frank Reich was the coordinator in Philly when he was good, and now he's back with Frank Reich. So I don't think it's Doug Peterson. Francisco Lindor, man, we give that kid so much freaking money. And don't even get me started on Lindor. Then he does the whole thing with the fans. I'm a Met fan, man. I'm a Met fan going back. So I think he'll be fine. He's just got to win the fan base back. The Mets always choke at the end of the season. They do. Ask Tom Glavine. Lindor will be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. We're all good. Joe Judge is trying to run a New England short offense. You know what the problem is? I don't think he's trying to run the New England short offense. So what New England's doing right now, and they're actually pretty smart about it, they're building the early Tom Brady model. Play good defense, play the short passing game like what Brady did when his first couple seasons, and they're going to win, and they are winning. And they're winning. How did the Lions break a losing streak with a tie? That's a good question. I know they broke a losing streak with a tie. I don't think you're allowed to. I think that. What do we got here? Jones looked like a really good under Shermer, but that's the problem. He was good for 3 games under Shermer. You then take a look at the rest of the game. He had 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and I think like 14 fumbles. So he was only good for 3 games under Shermer. You subtract those 3 games, the Jet game, the Washington game, and the Detroit game, he had an average season at best, and he's consistently doing the same thing. It wasn't DJ's fault. It was the Turf Monster's fault. I think Jason Garrett ran out and tripped him. That's what I'm thinking. Jason Garrett did it. We should have won the World Series against the Royals. That was our chance. That was pitching rotation we had. You know, it's funny. We never should have gotten rid of Daniel Murphy. I know he was kind of a nut, like off the field with his like religious beliefs and stuff. But I always said like things like that. As long as you keep it out of the locker room. And look what happens when he went to Washington. And I think that was one of our biggest issues. But you're right. That was our shot. And after that, and after the National League Series, you figured we had the momentum going in to beat Kansas City, but that just didn't work out. Bet fans weren't booing. They were saying boost your potential. Hey-o. Oh my goodness! I feel like there's 3 quarterbacks in the draft that have been better than the ones we didn't take. Do I think that? Yeah. Yeah. That is a possibility. That is a possibility. Yeah. Maybe, but Doug Peterson's a good coach. I like what he did with Foles. I like what he did with Foles too. But like I said, he caught lightning in a bottle, and I have very much respected Doug Peterson, and I think it's interesting. And I've told this story before about the McAdoo in Philadelphia because I had a friend that was working inside the Philadelphia organization when they were hiring a head coach, and the Giants ran and signed the doo. And I loved it because after we signed him, I called up my friend who, like I said, he was working inside the Philadelphia organization. And I said to him, we signed the guy you wanted. I was gloating. And he goes to me, no, we never wanted him. Because he was like, we always had our mind on Doug Peterson, who was the Andy Reid disciple. We never wanted Ben or Bob, whatever his name is. We never wanted him. So like, you guys made such a pitch about it. We were like, great, sign him because we're not signing him. I just thought that was interesting. Joe Judge needs to be a basketball coach. He loves rotations way too much. That's true. Hey-oh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Track coaches tell me they're offended by Joe Judge. Why would they be offended by poor Joe Judge? Poor Joe Judge. We gotta give a little Joe Judge a little bit of a break. No, I'm just kidding. No, we don't. No, we don't. Let's see here. Who hasn't gotten in here today? You're gonna find some people that haven't gotten in here today. The Giants need to return. They went to New York teams, not New Jersey team. The Jets are a New Jersey team. MetLife sucks. Meadowlands location is literally a dump. I agree. I like the Meadowlands. Call me crazy. I used to love it when it was Giant Stadium. You would drive up to 16W and then you would see the big signs, Giants in bold red. I mean, the stadium was a dump. But it was a home field advantage. 100% home field advantage we had there. How about we skip Peterson? We need to stop coaches, coordinators from division rivals. They are sleeper agents at this point in time. I knew it. They're sleeper agents. I knew it. Secret agent, man. I knew it. They're sleeper agents. I knew it. How did I know it? I don't know. I just knew it. What do we got here? Our fans don't seem to realize it's possible to have two or more thoughts at the same time. Oh, Salad Boy, I'm actually just laughing because I don't even know what's next, but I'm a little bit worried. The line and Jones are not good. Other quarterbacks have bad lines and still give wow moments. Daniel Jones doesn't. You're not wrong. We've said this a million times that it's not a slight against Daniel Jones, and that's what aggravates me with people. It's not a slight. It's not a slight whatsoever. It's just because of the fact that there are teams with bad offensive lines that still play well. The Raiders have a terrible offensive line. I mean, they're not doing well now. I think now they have more issues of the fact that they got a lot of crap going on. Hey, break, an arm, a leg, a neck. Wait, people in the league? Yes, I used to work in the NFL. I worked in the league. Did work for the AFL too. MetLife is too corporate. Jets stinking up the. You know what I like about MetLife? I love the coaches club. Love it. You're on the field. You got the free food. That's the only thing I like about MetLife. That's the only thing. Right, baby Creed? I agree. I have to go watch the, Rocky IV. They did the director's cut of Rocky IV. I got to go watch that. You got to take a school bus from the parking lot to the stadium. That sucks. Yeah, I park in the red lot. Red lot right next to the Verizon Center, right next to the Verizon sign. You park right there and you park on the corner. So you go right out and go zoom and go right out. I always tell people, you're going to park there, park in the red lot. Like I think it's about, we trade Garrett from the Cowboys to Peterson to the Eagles. Managers hire sleeper agents to lose. You love your sleeper agents. Giant Stadium was the best. I've had some seats. I've tried to have a cigar during halftime. You know what's funny? Giant Stadium was like, so you could do so much in the old Giant Stadium. They didn't care. You're right. Everything is corporate. Everything is corporate. No pain. That's great. You see that? He's a man. He's not a machine. He's a man. Yeah, but they recut the movie. They added like something like 40 something minutes to the film. And it's on I think it's on iTunes. The Duke. Oh my God. That, you know, it is one of those, I think it was in 86. I think that movie, 85 or 86. It was just one of those movies that there were so many great lines. You can't win. Oh my goodness. That was a good movie. I have to watch it though, but I don't know if I have the strength to watch an extra 40 minutes of the film, but I am curious because they evidently they kind of built out the build up to the Apollo Creed fight with Drago, and evidently they did more to the fight that made it different. What do we got here? You should guess the score for the Kansas City Detroit game. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to give away the jersey. We are going to give away the jersey. We're going to give it away tonight. We're giving away the toilet paper. And I'm going to, and we're going to give it away right now. We are going to give it away right now. And you know what we're going to do? We are going to do, we're going to do online Big Blue trivia. I'm going to ask an online Big Blue question. What size is it? It's my jersey. So it's a large. I always say it's my jersey. So it's an extra sexy. It's a large. And it's been washed. It's actually been on the floor. So I have to probably wash it again. We're going to do online Big Blue. That's another great line. If he dies, he dies. But evidently in this new cut, they built that out too. The whole thing. What's up, Chilla Daddy? All right. Keep it, Tim. No. Yes, it is clean. It is clean. If he dies, he dies. All right. We're going to do online Big Blue trivia question. A trivia question that only online Big Blue fans would know. Let me think of a really good question. All right. The question is going to be, and it is going to be the first person that types in whoops, sorry about that. I was doing the thing. It's gonna be the first person that types in their answer. All right, and this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easy question. All right, are we ready? Get ready. Are we ready? And I've told this story a million times. The time that the XOS digital replay system in Tampa went down at Celebration Hotel in 2003 with John Gruden. And John Gruden had a nickname for me. And at one point in time, he kept, my nickname was Tim What the F. And I tell the story about how two players walked by when I was getting berated by Mr. Gruden. And one of the players looked at me and said, "Oh my God, he knows your name." Who were the two players that were walking to the meeting when John Gruden was cursing me out? I've told this story at least 30 times. Name the two players. Whoever can name the two players first, the first one that pops up on the screen, will win the Daniel Jones toilet paper. Close. Very close. But no. Very close. I've told this story a million times. No, we need two players, though. Two players. And Mike Lee is the winner. Oh, Mike Lee, you don't want the jersey? You don't want the jersey? Hold on. Does Mike Lee not want the jersey? Because then I will give another question. It was Warren Sapp and Chris Sims. You are 100% right, right, Mike Lee. Mike Lee, do you want the jersey or not? Because not, I will give another question now. I'm waiting for Mike Lee's comment. Told the story a million times. I'm sitting there. I'm getting yelled at. You don't want the jersey. All right. So we're not going to get Mike Lee will just get the props for winning the online Big Blue contest. All right. We're going to do another question. Another online Big Blue trivia question. I've said this story before. And this is easy. This will be an easy one. All right. Here's going to be the question. There was an AFL team that I also did work for. An AFL, an arena football team. There's two of them. 2 AFL teams that I did work for. Name the very first team that I did work for the AFL, for the Arena Football League. I need the city and the nickname. I've told this story a billion times. I've told this story a bunch of times as well. I will tell you why John Gruden was mad. I will tell you why John Gruden was mad after. Put it on eBay. No, we're going to give away this jersey. Who is the AFL team? Jersey Generals. That's a USFL team. I've told the story before. Philly Soul. No, that was the second one. That was the second one. Who was the first team? I still have my Philly Soul 20th anniversary helmet. Some guy tried to buy it from me. It's like, no. The Dragons. The Red Bulls? No. I'll give you a hint. I will give you a hint. It's a team that was in the state that Tampa is in. I'm giving you a hint. The North Bergen Bruins. No, it's not the North Bergen Bruins. This is. Come on. Do we have a winner? No, Mike, so close. So close. So close. You guys are getting closer. You guys are getting closer. I assume somebody would have went on Google and Googled it by now. Nope. They were, I'll give you another hint. Barry Wagner was one of their star players. James gets it. James Williams, you win the online Big Blue toilet paper. You get the Daniel Jones jersey. It was the Orlando Predators. We give it to James. James nailed it on that one. We have to see if we have let's see here. I'd rather talk about Rocky movies. Let's see here. I don't have. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. That's bank number 4. Well, hold on. We have to do this the right way. So James Williams, James, you win the Daniel Jones toilet paper. You did it. We gave it away. Finally. And get it off my floor. All right. That was a good one, James. Great job. Wow. That was a good one. That was a good one. Great job. Where was the question that let's see here. Why was Gruden mad at me? Because back in the day, it was in 2003, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a system called the XOS digital replay system. And it was a cutting edge system in regards to being able to watch footage from on your computer from the practice and everything else. And it ran off the internet and it was internet based. The only problem is in 2003, the internet isn't what it is now. So the internet stopped working. And my responsibility was making sure the system worked and the internet was working. So of course it was automatically my fault, even though it was faulty wiring in the hotel. But that's okay. Sometimes you take the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune. Would you believe I have a cousin who's actually likes Daniel Jones? Do you like that cousin? That's a big question. Do you like that cousin? Because you get the jersey or your cousin gets the jersey. I'm happy for you, James. I'm happy we finally gave away the jersey. Finally gave away the jersey. We may give away another jersey on the Sunday show. And I think I have hold on one second here. I also have a Zio Jallara jersey. So we'll see. I got a bunch of jerseys. I got so many jerseys, man. I got jerseys out the wazoo. James, just email me at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com. I don't know I think you might have emailed me before. I think I might have your email, but just email me with your address, and I will get that out to you. And I will get it out to James Williams. James Williams, Christmas present time. You know what it could be though. Is it like a lump of coal? No. And I will get it out I will mail it out to you Monday. I will take it down to the post office on Monday. So you will have it before hopefully Christmas. You want the O'Shane? I got the O'Shane Zimenez jersey in the closet. I have a number 53 O'Shane Zimenez jersey in my closet. I do. I know. I thought he was going to be something. You figure coming out of Old Dominion, I thought he was going to be something, and he turned out he wasn't anything. But that's it, James. I'm very happy we were able to give. I'm very happy we were able to give it away. I'm actually kind of pumped up now, and I'm happy that that, like I said, that. And I was thinking about doing it on the stream on after the game, because we usually have a couple hundred people in the stream. But I'd rather have it more in this setting, because most of the people here are subscribers and everything else. That have been subscribed for a while. So I'm glad I was able to give it to somebody who's been a faithful subscriber. Oh, we had 1 million views. What the hell? 1 million in under 2 years. That's crazy. I don't even want to watch me. And 1 million, and we got 1 million views. That's just I appreciate it that for everyone that does watch, and everyone knows I'm just being facetious, because we all know I'm awesome. How are you feeling? Fully recovered? Oh, Logic's fine. I am fully recovered. I am cock locked and ready to rock. I've had 2 cups of coffee. I had afternoon coffee, so that means I'm even happier. Do you not like Jones because you wanted Rosen done? I didn't like either one of them. I didn't like Rosen. I didn't like Donald. I didn't like Haskins. You go back and watch the videos. I thought Rosen would have imploded in New York. I thought Darnold would be average at best, and I hated Dwayne Haskins. I did a whole video how much I hated Dwayne Haskins. I was told I was a racist because I hated Dwayne Haskins. Oh, let's see. That's dope, brother. My cousin will appreciate it. You're very welcome, James. You got the question right, man. Mike Lee, though. Mike Lee was Mike. What you need to do is you need to thank Mike Lee. You got to thank Mike Lee for that one. He gave up. Mike Lee, you know what? I got to give Mike Lee all the credit in the world. He's won a couple times, and he always declines the prize. Why? Am I a clown? Do I amuse you? Tim, you should ask, why do you want the Giants to draft a quarterback next year? He could have been oh my God, I could have been a contender instead of what I am now, which is a bum. He was my brother. You were supposed to watch out for me. I know I'm doing Godfather and on the waterfront. Oh my goodness. I feel like Daniel Jones will fail in indoor football league. He would, because it's not around anymore. I'm trying to teach him a better way. I try to teach him a better way to not be Daniel Jones. But was the coffee fortified? The coffee was Black Rifle. Everyone says to me, are you a sponsor of Black Rifle? Because I love Black Rifle coffee. Go on their website, man. Black Rifle coffee. Mike Lee cheats. Mike Lee does not cheat. I mean, that's crazy, man, because there's no way you can cheat on that one. You have to watch the videos. But thank you. I'm like I said, a million unique views. That's insanity to me. It really is. I mean, trust me. Listen, I never thought we would get more than, maybe a couple thousand views. I always thought maybe like 10, 15,000 views at, tops. But 1 million, that's a lot. Well, and the anacles of YouTube, that's not a lot. But for a dumbass giant YouTuber like me, that's a lot. Mike Lee cheats. I still like that. Are you breaking the news of Gettleman that has been fired, by the way? My ex-wife was born and raised in Lakewood, Jersey. Steeler fans, Philadelphia Eagles. And you said you lived in South Jersey. And you said I didn't live in South Jersey. I lived in Central Jersey. I lived near Trenton. Lakewood, Route 9. Got a lot of friends that live in Lakewood. Nice place, Lakewood. Oh, word. Good looking out, man, Mike Lee. Mike Lee, man. Got to give Mike Lee credit, all the credit in the world. When do we get rid of the Galladay contract? Well, you cannot get rid of the Galladay Greeny Green. We cannot get rid of the contract until the worst. I mean, next year there's no way you can touch the contract. It would probably be after 2023. Can you get rid of the Galladay contract? The Kenny. Indoor football league still exists. The AFL doesn't exist anymore. IFL does. The Giants, Nets, and AFL. I forgot about the IFL. Taylor Ham. I'm answering questions that I just see. If the Giants get rid of Jones and he balls out somewhere else, I'll be mad. But that's life. What if he balls out somewhere else and we grab a quarterback or we pick up a free agent and we make a trade? Well, let's say it this way, and I know it's not going to happen, but let's say we get rid of Jones, we get Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry, I would rather have Deshaun Watson 7 days a week and on the 8th day as well than over Daniel Jones. And then he could go and ball out all he wants because I have my franchise quarterback. So, I mean, that's my thing. Taylor Ham for XL backup quarterback. Oh my God. I miss the AFL. Let's see here. He won't because he's got Mason Rudolph. You know what? You know what the problem was? With Dwayne Haskins, the coaching staff came out before the game or a couple days before practice and said that Dwayne Haskins had the opportunity to start that game, to start the Lions game. But the coaching staff said it was pissed off that he's basically said that he was lazy and he had the opportunity. I don't know what the XFL replay system is. Like in the XFL, the league, they have a replay system. I didn't know. I didn't watch the XFL. Or we talk about the XOS replay system. Two different things. We have no cap space. There's no cap space. I have more cap space under my hat right now than the Giants have. Okay, sober reality. The Giants are locked into paying more than 2022, 2023. Here's the problem. 2023, we have $83 million in available cap space. 2022, we have nothing. We did a video on it. If we released a bunch, right now we have 43 players under contract, and we're something, I forget how many million we're over the cap. And we got down to 33 players, and we would only have like $16 million in cap space. It's going to be interesting. We need a decent quarterback who would easily be a play. I don't know if we would easily be a playoff contender. I think we'd be in better position, but I don't think we'd easily. And like I said, that's not a slight against that. Would you admit Jones is going to ball out? Even you admit Jones. I didn't admit he's going to ball out on another team. I said if he does ball out on another team, I would be happy for him. I was not a DeAndre Baker fan. I said DeAndre Baker was the Nino Brown, wanted to be the Nino Brown of the NFL. He went to Kansas. They released him. He went to Kansas City. I wished him well. I got so much crap for wishing him well. But if you leave the team under any circumstance and you're not a pinhead, I'm going to hope you do well someplace else. But I'm not going to sit there and pine over the fact that you left and you became something someplace else. I'm not gonna get upset about that. You know what is funny? I was just thinking, I have Rocky on my mind now.
10 years ago to my house. What's the matter? You don't like my house? My house stink? That's right, it stinks!
That's one of the quotes I used for the Giants one day. Deshaun Watson is overrated. Overrated. He's not overrated. He was just on a bad Texans team. Let's see here. All plays reviews from the Sky Jazz and James. I didn't know that. I don't really watch the XFL. I didn't watch it. Has Mason Rudolph in a mid-tier with a freaking Lions missed me? It's funny. Mason Rudolph is just one of those guys that you just want to, I don't know. In the XFL, Nino Brown of the NFL. Yeah. Well, it's funny. I had called him that because New Jack City is one of my favorite movies. Because I like the mob movies and everything else. You always have Goodfellas, Casino, but then you got to throw in movies like New Jack City, because that is a great crime lord movie with Mario Von Peebles, directing it, starring in it as well. His dad was in it too. You got what's his name, and you got Ice-T, great song, Hustler, word, I pulled the trigger long. Every blank gone. Last thing I sweat, I suck up on cop. Great song. I mean, Ice-T had some great songs in there too. Jones is not balling out anymore. He might one day. He might. Since DJ allegedly did so under Pat Sherm, trade him to. Oh, I like that. I like that.
There's a gleam, man. There's a gleam.
I see a gleam on that. I see a gleam on that. I like that. Whoa, I really Mike Leake. Mike Leake coming on strong tonight. Coming up like 7-Up. What team would Danny Fumbles be good on? This is a genuine question. I don't need what team would want him. Well, you know what? Mike Lee just had a great comment. Send him to Denver. I would take a 3rd round pick for Daniel Jones. I would. And I would wish him well. I feel like Daniel Jones needs to go to a team like Green Bay. If he wants to start in the league, you know what? Because not Jalen Hurts, because what's his name? Love, man. Love was just horrible. You know they're looking for a quarterback. You know it. Marcus Gilmore, what do we got here? Instead of drafting Baker, we should have gotten DJ Metcalf. Think about that for a minute. I didn't think about that for a minute. I thought the same thing. You saw DJ Metcalf coming out of college and you just saw what he looked like. And you just, you see the mismatch and everyone, I mean, like I said, all Giant fans were trying to compare him to Plexico Burress, but you knew he was more than that. And and that's not a slight against Plex. You just knew that DJ could do more. Giants are nowhere close to the playoff team. This team isn't 2 or 3 players away, especially quarterback. The entire defense needs a turnover. The entire offense needs a turnover. Maybe forced it. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I know. You know what? It's true though. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, it's we're more than a couple players away. We are more than a couple players away. You're a bum. I'm not a bum. Oh my goodness. Didn't DJ start more games? Of course he had the wins. And you're not wrong. Yeah, 33 touched, and he was on a bad team. Thank you. He was on a bad team. A bad team. And I forget how many yards he had rushing as well. You know the culture. I hear you. You know what's funny? I like I said, it's where it's funny because it's where I grew up. So like I said, I never really thought of it as a culture. It's just it's where I spend a lot of time. So I learned so many things. So many things. I always tell this story. There was a place in Trenton called Ray's Lounge, and Ray's Lounge is in a predominantly African American community. What's not predominantly, it is. And I loved that because I walked in. I was meeting my friend Brian there, and I was like 17 or 18. Wasn't drinking though because that would have been against the law. And I actually walked into the bar. And if you ever seen the movie Animal House, where where they go to see Otis, this band, and they walk in, and they walk into it's an African American bar, and they walk in, and the music stops, and everyone turns around and looks at everybody and looks at him. And I remember because I walked into Ray's Lounge, and I walked in, and it's like the music stopped, and everyone turned around and was staring at me. So I walked over to the bar, and I was waiting for my friend Brian. And I asked the bartender, I said, "What's going on?" I said, "What's going on?" And the bartender looked at me and said, "Well, some white guy just walked in." So I turned around and go, "Oh, where is he?" And I remember because the bartender looked at me and said, "Dude, you fit right." He goes, "You are more than welcome in here." Oh, let's see. Scarface. Say hello to my little friend. Oh, Scarface. Yes, I am. Scarface, man. You got to go with Scarface. Is one of the best mob movies as well. I tell the truth even when I lie. Give her another cuello, she'll love me again tomorrow. Oh my God. Good movie though. Good movie. Rockabye, baby. Yeah, that's because you know what you do. You got to roll up on and you pull your in broad daylight. G Money Wells, man. Let's see here. Daniel Jones, a below average game manager at best. Giant fans need to wake up. The talent isn't there. I said it before. I think he is more of a Cordell Stewart. Well, don't disrespect Cordell Stewart. Cordell Stewart / was an interesting quarterback. I'm answering questions as I'm talking. I would say he is a blow man. I believe he is Daniel Jones has flashes. And that's the problem with Daniel Jones. And you know his logic's fine. So he's got flashes. He shows that moment and you get all excited. And then the next play, you're scratching your head. And then sometimes he has flashes for an entire game. And then all of a sudden it just goes away. You never disrespect Cordell Stewart, man. Slash, if you watch the game in Colorado, I think it was his senior year. He threw a 70-yard pass in the air. No team will give you a third round pick. I love the idea of Mike Lee. Send him to Denver. Denver needs a quarterback. I do think Cordell was better than Daniel Jones, or is it better than Daniel Jones? Don't forget we passed on Miles Jack for Eli freaking Apple. Yeah. And I said that even coming out of Ohio State that he was way too handsy. And I even said when they drafted him, there was no way that he is going to make it in the league unless he learns to stop playing with his hands. He could never do that. Never whatsoever. Let's see. They're both one-way quarterback who's just better run. Yeah. You know what? You're not wrong about that. Mr. 305 is balling out in Buffalo. He's slowed down a little bit, but yeah, I told you. Why is everyone so negative about the Tampa game? All we got to do is score more points than them. You know, when you logically break that down, you're right. You score more points. That's just the way it is. Great quarterbacks win games. Other ones are garbage time number. But the problem is when you are on a bad team, bad offensive line, no weapons, and your team is 4-11, and you can still put up those stats, you have something. You are something. You are rising. And I've said this before. You are rising above the talent level around you. Was thinking there. Yeah, it was funny though, man. I loved Ray's Lounge. Ray's Lounge was I don't think it's still there. Ray's Lounge was a great place. It was a great bar. It's always Taylor's Ham. It's always. Let's see here. Let's see. Did you ever hear the Giants have the largest coaching? Yes, I've said to Zachary that they have like 26 coaches. They have, you know what's funny? I think they have the second largest coaching staff. Yes, it is pork roll. It is either Taylor ham or pork roll. He's right. We got to get some Mets videos. I would do other videos, but no one ever watches my other videos. They only watch my Giant stuff. I don't know why. I'm so awesome. Like I said, if I could do, I was a big Met fan. I mean, I got so much Met memorabilia. I got stuff that one day I'll show. I got the new walls now, and they're all gonna be blanks. I'm not gonna have the green screen anymore. I'm just gonna put up all my stuff. But like I said, I have been a Met fan. I'm back in the day, man. I was a big Met fan. Do you coach football? That's a good question. We can always agree to disagree because we're all friends here. DJ only flashes when it's his first read option. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've said that a million times before. I mean, DJ is a guy that if that first read option is not there, it's not available. It's not there for him, and he panics. And I don't want to say panics, but I think he gets nervous. It's a little bit of nervous. The Jets could get a third round pick for. Yeah, that's true. They got it for Darnold, so why not? Let's see here. Every player in the NFL has flashes. They are a professional athlete. That's a given. Who has talent to produce? The Giants haven't put together one dominant quarter yet. In terms of neither. I agree. But flashes need to come. You need to be more of a flash. You need to be more of an opportunist. And that's the problem with the Giants. So why did you fit right in? Because of the fact that I didn't care. That I didn't care where I was, and I didn't care who was around me, my surroundings. I was just me. The Bucs third stringers would need to play abysmal for the Giants. If the third stringers are in, I'd be happy. Third string corners. I thought you meant all their third stringers. That would be awesome. We're catching Tampa and the GOAT at a bad time. I'm pretty sure they want to use us to get back. That's what scares me, James. That's what scares me a lot, that they are going to use this as an opportunity to get themselves right. And I know people are like, well, Antonio Brown might not play. But the problem is with Antonio Brown, it's not that he may not play. I don't think I don't think he's not going to play because of the fact that, he allegedly faked his, or was faking COVID cards or whatever. But, it's an allegation. I mean, I don't think they're going and looking through the allegation just yet. And anyone can make an allegation about anybody. So I think you're right. I do think it's time. Taylor ham, egg and cheese. Yeah, I know that is good. That is good though. Dan Marino played behind a horrible offense team his entire career. Yes, a Hall of Famer. A good quarterback isn't held back by a bad team. He shines regardless. 100%. 100%. Because it's football and basketball. No, they don't watch my basketball videos either. I did a great video the other day. Broke down Julius Randle and everything. It was awesome. I always said if I could do more videos, I would probably be doing more Nick videos because I'm more into basketball than I am into football. Because I was I like to brag. I was prolific basketball player. Prolific. I always tell the story that, like I said, I was 6'1". I was playing center in high school. And we had another guy on the team who was actually being scouted. And the guy from Wake Forest, their head scout, came up to me and said, if you were 7 inches taller, we would be talking scholarship with you. And I told myself, well, I don't think I'm going to become 7 inches taller in the next year. So thank you very much. Because there's not much call for a 6'1" center. Let's see here. Can we win with DJ and Barkley? Yes or no? I think it will not be. Here's the problem with Barkley playing. You have to remember he's been out for 4 weeks. So he's probably not going to be in tip-top game shape. There's a difference between practice shape and there's a difference between being in game shape. So I don't think he's going to be in tip-top physical condition. So I don't think he is going to be I'm not saying he's not going to be an asset, but he's not going to be as much of an asset as he would have been if he did not get hurt. If they both play well, if Kenny comes back, if Kadarius is healthy, Caden Smith has come off the injured list. Andrew Thomas is probably not going to play. I don't see him playing until Philadelphia. He's got 20. He was activated, but he's got 21 days. So I don't think he's going to play. It's going to be interesting. I think we could win with them, but like I said, they all need to be healthy. Oh, let's see here. Later in life, just played quarterback from kids through high school and then had to know more than my teammates in case it was like, I understand. I respect that. Let's see here. JPP and the defensive line is going to eat them alive. I get worried about that. I do. I'm not going to lie. Oh my God. I love Nikki, you love the original intro. I know you love the original intro. You made that quite known. You made that quite known the other day, but that's okay. Like I said, I like to change it up. I like to mix it up. So I mean, it's, I like to try different things because I like to do a little mixing, a little scratching and mixing. But you know what we'll do? Hello, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. There we go. We did the original intro. Got that going on. I was vamping until I could find the original intro because I got so many buttons. I got too many buttons. Oh, Tim, I already did that one. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? Let's see. If I had 7 more inches, I'd be in Hollywood. You'd be Johnny Holmes. Let's see here. How bad did the Falcons look last night? Dan Jones couldn't have beat that. Yeah, the Falcons just horrible. How bad was Josh Rosen, man? You come in and the first thing you do is throw a pick 6. That's great. I played center in high school at 6'3", but had to switch to power forward. He's just too short. College wasn't an option, and look forward under 6'5" in the 80s. So business school it was. Yeah, I was in the late 80s, and it was the same way. And I love it because the scout told me if you ever developed a jump shot, you could probably play in college. And it was funny though because I didn't develop a jump shot till like I was 32, because we would play a lot in the YMCA league. And then someone actually was funny because someone was like, what you need to do is you're sticking your elbow out too far. Bring your elbow in and extend your arc. And then all of a sudden I could hit a jump shot. Oh my God. It's 72 and sunny. No wind. You suck, Mike Lee. You suck. What do we got here? We got to draft Aziz's brother when he comes out. Why not? We also got to get we also have to get the other Manning. I'm too short. Gene to play now. I'd be the Eagles running back. Eagles do have some short running backs. Sometimes I replay your videos over and over again just to hear the intro. Which one? The new intro or the old intro? Because I like the new intro. I like the new intro as well. I'm not gonna lie. I think the new intro is like I said. I think the new intro is got something. Plus, it's got one of my favorite movies in it. So I mean, it's yeah. I mean, how can you not like? I'm trying to vamp here. Oh yeah, got a little mix, a little big pun going on here.
Who are these guys? It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
All right, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue. Keeping it light, keeping it fresh, keeping it funky. We're doing our homage to Big Pun. So you know what? I could do it either way. I'm a mixologist. I got it either way. Oh, what is this? It's 10:13, well past your bedtime. No, man, I told you I had that second cup of coffee. I'm just hanging out till like 10:30 because that's magic hour, magic half hour. Because it's 10:30, you're already getting dressed. By like 10 to like 11, you're gonna get in the car. You're gonna head out to the club, be there by 11:15, 11:30. So you know what? I'm just filling into the guys who are getting ready to go to the club. And it's actually the first time I felt better in weeks. So let's not forget Felipe Franks in the following Falcons possession to an interception. I'm scared the Falcons might try to get Malik. I'm scared that they've already said the Lions, the Texans are also high on Malik, and so is Pittsburgh. So they're saying. That's what was DJ's to win, but we knew. Hey-oh. Sorry. It's 593. Yeah, you know what? I loved it because in college you grow. I was still 6'1.25", but I was 6'3" when I got measured in college. I've said it a million times. You have to love college, man. College is the only place that you went to where you learned how not to measure. Old intro is classic. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that people enjoy the old intro. Everyone seems to like the new intro or the old intro. People like the new intro too. I don't know. I might have another intro. Jack of Spades. That was a good song at the end of the thing. That's right. That was a good song with the Jack of Spades. I'm a soldier, man. I was built for combat. And then he shows the badges. This one's for typing. That was a great movie. That was another one of those underrated movies. That and CB4 with Chris Rock and what's his name with Payne. I can't remember his last name. And then you got the guy that was in all the other movies. And he was in ER. That was one of the MC Gusto. That was another good movies. I enjoyed it. That's a movie I probably have to go watch it. I haven't seen a movie in a long time. The intro with the recording scratching. That's one. All right. We'll see. We got a couple of them. Then we also have the what you call it, the Nick one. Or we got the Nick one because people like the Nick one too. So we got the Nick one. What is this? The Nick one? Hold on. Or which one is this? Let's see here. Do. Oh wait, that's the. Oh my goodness. Oh, you got this thing. Hold on. Oh no, I lost the Nick one. I don't know what I did with the Nick one. The Nick one's a good one too. No, did I lose the Nick one? I think I must have lost the Nick one. Oh well. Don't save. But enough about me. Black Rifle and Captain. It's the Captain Morgan. The Ghostbusters quote was the best of all. Oh, the Ghostbusters quote when I did the two in the box, ready to go. We be fast and they be slow. I'm sleeping. I drove 6 hours. No, Zach, man, you got to get out into the club, man. Come on. You got to get out into the club. James Williams, yet the Falcons quarterback played horrible. They all played horribly yesterday. Oh, what we would do with Daniel Jones. Oh, that's what we should call MC Gusto because he's a copy fake. But that's the problem, though. Because the original Gusto was pissed. and he was what's his name? He's Eddie Murphy's brother. Plays the original Gusto. I just love it. CB4 in the blank house, and they straight out of Low Cash. I can't do any. I mean, I could actually. You know what's funny? I could actually do the entire straight out of Low Cash rap, but I can't do it. If anyone that's seen the movie knows, you cannot do it here. I have this weird ability to remember songs and lyrics. I don't know why. I forget everything. Another segue, Tommy Boy, all-time classic quiz. Tommy Boy was a good. I like Tommy Boy too. That was Charlie Murphy. That was the guy. Thank you, Charlie Murphy. Tommy Boy was another good movie. I enjoyed Tommy Boy a lot with him and David Spade. Like, and the scene at the end with Dan Aykroyd. Did you live under power lines when you were a kid? And he's like, why? Oh my God. Let's see here. I feel like the Giants might go O-line edge in the first and have Kenny Pickett and Howell in the second if they fall. I do think the Giants are. I mean, I'm not a big. You keep going after the O-line. You keep whiffing, and like I said, I mean, maybe sometimes it's time to take a different direction. King of the almost sack needs to get more coverage sacks. We have King of the almost sack. We have King of the coverage sacks.
King of the almost sack.
So we always have that. And then we also then have
Hear ye, come one, come all, for it's the king of the covered sack.
Hollywood Shuffle, another good movie, Hollywood Shuffle. Robert Townsend, good movie. I enjoyed that movie too. I haven't seen that movie in a long time either. I mean, the 80s movies, man, the 80s movies were, like I said, you could get away with anything. And then you go like in more into the 90s movies with what's his name? Damon Wayans and Major Payne. That's a movie you couldn't make now. That's a movie that you could never make. Well, I don't think you could have made CB4 anymore either. Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy was an underrated. He did a lot. He also did a lot with David Chappelle. So he was. You guys know that he was very underrated. He was a very underrated comedian. He is a comedian in his own right, comedian genius in his own right. But he was good in guest. It's at. I always remember the end of the CB4 when he's about to make love to the woman, and he's going, I'm gonna get some blank, and he's riding the bicycle and he's doing everything else to get ready. Classic. Giants should go linebacker edge in the first round. I mean, they should have went Parsons in the first round. They should have. They didn't. We could have. But you're right, Mike. I mean, 100%. Let's see here. I agree we should go Willis. I'm just trying to think what they should, but I don't. They're not going to go with Malik Willis. They are not going Malik Willis whatsoever. No, I wish they would, but they're not. Bad movies. It's all Jason Garrett's fault. Thank you. Hit the thumbs up. That would be thank you. I appreciate that. Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles kills me because in high school and college, my nickname was Mongo. And Mongo it was actually from the Mongo in Blazing Saddles. Leonard Williams is invisible out there. Make 2 plays a game, jog around, get lost every snap, get pushed around, can't run block, can't pass block. The problem is he's getting tackles, but he's getting tackles beyond the line of scrimmage. And that's his biggest issue. CB4 hilarious, great era. It was a great era for movies. I just remember when they're talking to in the office of the agent. He goes, "Do you fondle your genitalia? Do you use words to describe women in the derogatory fashion?" Every chance I get. And then you got Wacky D. That's a funny movie. Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder. You can't make that. You can't make that movie with Bootylicious. You can't make that. You can't make Tropic Thunder anymore either. I don't watch TV. I watch movies. So that's why people are like, every movie. I'm like, I know, I just don't watch TV. 6 minutes to the club, man. Armageddon. Oh my God, Armageddon. That was another good movie. Armageddon's a good movie. I'm not I'm not a Ben Affleck fan, but that was I just remember when they're trying to disarm the bomb, and then the guy walks in, the big guy walks in with the other guy, And they all look at him like, what the hell is going on in here? Mongo, man. Mongo. Listen, you have to give Adoree Jackson some credit. I am hard on Adoree Jackson. That's what she said. But you have to give him credit for the way he played last week. I mean, he I don't want to say he turned the corner, but I think he turned to the fact that he's actually showing that he has the ability to play better in coverage, and he's not sitting 9 yards off the ball anymore. Young Frankenstein, another Mel Brooks movie with Gene Wilder. Good flick. Good flick. Let's see here. I watch YouTube now. You need to go after the pass rush from Michigan. The kid is a beast. Reminds me of Bosa Brothers. As long the kid from Michigan, that's right, Marks. I can't think of his name, but it's like I said, Bosa Brothers is not a great example because they can never stay healthy. I know every film of many genres. I watch YouTube. Did you watch The Sopranos? No, I did not watch. I don't watch TV. I've never seen a Survivor. I've never seen I've never seen an episode of Sopranos. What's the other one with the dragons and stuff that was just out? I mean, the real Lord. I don't know, Lord of the Rings. I don't know what the hell it's called. The big movie that everyone watched. I never watched Breaking Bad. I just started watching Seinfeld like a week ago. Michael Clark Duncan, the big guy, the real big. He passed away. Let's see here. I know I like Adoree Jackson. You know what? It's funny. Like I said, Adoree Jackson to me is, he as long as he can stay and progress, and as long as he can stick with the number 2 guy, I think he's got a spot. Tom Cruise, Tropic Thunder, Les Grossman. Gotta love Les Grossman. Welcome to the goodie room. That's one of my no more freaking bitch miles for you. I'm talking G5. And I also like the end. It goes, you want me to leave my friend of 20 years to die in the jungle for a G5 and some money. He's like, yes. He goes, and a whole lot of money. That was a good one. Lord of the Rings, best. I never saw Lord of the Rings. I'm not into those movies. My wife likes those movies. The Wire. I didn't see the Wire. I haven't seen the Wire either. I'm not good in pop culture when it comes to television. Men in Tights, man. Oh my God. What's his name? Carrie Elway. Was the guy that was in Princess Bride. Yeah, that's supposed to, I mean, that was none of those movies. Hear No Evil, See No Evil. Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, right? Because I do remember that one. We also have History of the World and Spaceballs. All Mel Brooks movies. Spaceballs. It's funny. Smokey, if you got him. When he crashes his head into the thing. As much as Andre Hutchinson would be great for the team, we'd easily need a top 5 pick to get him and have both of them. Well, you know what? You could. And both of them, the Giants are trying to make the play. That's true. Game of Thorns. Thank you. Do you think Adoree Jackson didn't trust his knee at first? I'm not sure if Adoree Jackson didn't trust his knee, but when he was playing 9, 10, 12 yards off the ball, like, what the hell? You remind me of you drafting DeAndre Baker as a press cover corner, and you're playing him zone. I couldn't figure out why DeAndre is sitting so far back. Game of Thorns. Thank you. Never seen it. Seinfeld is pretty funny. I'll tell you that. I've never watched him. I never watched him whatsoever, but that's pretty funny. Let's see. You got to see The Wire. The Wire is the guy. Isn't that like Showtime or something like that? I'll have to check out. I don't know. I'll have to check. I don't know. I just, you know what the problem with TV shows are? TV shows, you have to watch them each week. I forget when shit's on. I like documentaries. I like stuff about Nazi gold and Bigfoot. As you can tell, because I have my Bigfoot. Just here and hold Bigfoot. Everything will be. This is Giants fans on Monday. Everything will be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Shit, Tom Brady just threw another touchdown. Oh, I got nothing on my desk. Nothing. I see us ending the year like last year, not having a good pick in the top 10 because we always try the playoffs and doo-doo teams because we think we can replicate second Super Bowl run. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I love The Wire. I don't know. Maybe I have to look into The Wire. Maybe I have to look into that. You should watch Blacklist. I don't know which one Blacklist is. Sopranos is the best show of all time. Don't be silly. I don't know. I like mob stuff, but I don't know. I'm just not into. I don't know. I don't know, man. I watch The Office once in a while. I like watching The Office. That makes me laugh. If you're going to get Aaron Rodgers in the office and to keep all your weapons in the office, we could use a Super Bowl. The only problem is with Aaron Rodgers is you're not going to get him because of the contract and also the fact that he is just a guy he's not coming to New York. He's after everything that went on Green Bay. Now he's never leaving Green Bay. If the G-men lose the next game, do you think changes are going to be made? No, I don't. If they lose, they're going to chalk it up to being the Super Bowl defending Super Bowl chance. If they lose the next week, you could see some issues. Original Space Jams. Yeah, you got to like the original one with MJ. The Wire is overrated. All right. It's not the best show on television. Okay. Johnny Cake season takes Sopranos out of running. I don't know what that meant. I don't know what that means, but okay. Now let's see. Hutchinson is the name of the second most dominant player of the season by pass rush of Pro Football Focus there. Behind only Chase Young, and I'm a diehard Michigan fan. Well, Chase Young, man. Chase Young has not turned out what we thought Chase Young was going to be. Oh, see, now you're talking about you got Patton, Midway, Operation Tokyo, silent running, deep running, the Bismarck, Flying Leathernecks, Sands of Iwo Jima. See, but those are more like 60, 70 movies. I'm talking, I like She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. I like movies like that. But I did see all those movies. Game of Thrones, amazing show besides the last season. That's the show with the dragons. It's got dragons in it, right? It's like a medieval thing. Let's see here. I think if we got Aaron Rodgers or traded on Russell, we would easily have a top 5 offense and Super Bowl contenders. Russell Wilson would be more of a realistic option, but I don't think they are going to let him leave Seattle. Boardwalk Empire. Oh, that's with Steve Buscemi. Gangs in New York was a pretty good one. Leonardo DiCaprio. I saw that one. That was a good one. Sopranos ending was garbage. I'm going to take your word for that, JM, because I don't know. Does anyone else think the Sopranos thing was garbage? Midway and The Longest Day. The Longest Day, it's also the longest movie, but that is a good movie as well. I just watched the other day. I started watching the other day, Kelly's Heroes with Clint Eastwood, Telly Savalas, and a bunch of other guys. That was a good movie. But The Longest Day was good. Midway was a good movie as well. Should John Ross get more playing time? John Ross, if he can stay healthy, why not? Why not? But the problem with John Ross is you are going to live with the fact that he cannot run routes well, and that's what you have to look at. Yeah, he's not going to play till next year, if at all. Like it's a break, so he'll be back. Longest Day, Stalag 13, Killing Fields, Flight of the Intruder, good movie. Killing Fields, that was a good movie. Flight of the Intruder, good movie too. I liked all those movies. Detective Season 1, I didn't see that. I don't know it. Das Boot. That's the what you call it. That's the German U-boat movie. Dirty Dozen. Oh, Dirty Dozen, man. Dirty Dozen was classic. Dirty Dozen with you gotta love the cast. Telly Savalas was in that as well. Jim Brown with his very first really big acting role. That's a Dirty Dozen. I gotta watch that one. Did we say Saving Private Ryan? No, we did not say Saving Private Ryan. Probably one of the most realistic war movies in regards to that. But no, we did not say that. That's another good one, Saving Private Ryan. That's a long movie. Plus, you got Tom Hanks, of course, Vin Diesel. You got Tom Sizemore. I mean, you got a lot of good people in that one. Russell Wilson would be a better option because if the O-line sucks, he would escape. The only problem with Russell Wilson is he does not have the mobility that he did have 5 years ago. But yes, he would be a better option. Black Hawk Down. Good movie, Black Hawk Down, man. I remember seeing that in the theaters. That was, that was another good one. Hire LT as a linebackers coach, Josh Trans D-line coach, and Victor Cruz as a wide receiver coach. Hire Day-Deal as the offensive line coach. Inglorious Bastards. Yeah, that was a good one too. That was another good one. I gotta go later, guys. Yeah, I gotta close out here too, but I keep seeing all these movies. Glory, good Civil War movie. Your OG Lethal Weapon is a good. Oh, you gotta love Lethal Weapon, the first one with Martin Riggs. Come on, you gotta love that one. And I love the part that's when he shoots the helicopter, and what's his name? Looks at him and goes, "Are you through?" He goes, "I haven't even started yet." Glory, good movie. Glory. You got Matthew Broderick, Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington. Denzel, I believe, got the Academy Award for that movie. Another good movie. Let's see here. I'd take Russell Wilson I would take Russell Wilson as quarterback as well, but I think we have to remember that his mobility is not going to be what it was 5 years ago. But his decision, I love how they say he's a terrible quarterback in Seattle. Some people in Seattle have 30 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. If that's a terrible quarterback, then I am not. Oh, Dead Presidents. That was a good movie. That was the bank robbery. The guy's coming back from Vietnam. What's his name? I can't think of his name. He was the short guy that was in. I can't think of his name. Oh my God, I cannot think of his name. That was another good movie. Act of Valor, good movie. I take that was a Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket, good Marine movie. Yep, that didn't put the Corps in the best light, and but that was a good movie. Have you ever seen the movie Uncommon Valor? It was in the 80s with Gene Hackman. It was a kind of a Vietnam. Heartbreak Ridge. Sonny Jackson. Heartbreak Ridge. You got Clint Eastwood in that one. Mario Van Peebles in that one. Stitch Jones. You gotta love Stitch Jones. I still use to this day lines from that movie in Stitch Jones. Oh my God, that isn't. I always, because at one point I still say, because he's coming in from the shot, he goes, "Girl, you so fine, and you got that big behind." Oh my God. I also use Welcome to Fantasy Disco. Well, let's see here. Speaking strictly skills in their prime, McNabb or Eli? Skills, if you're looking at just skills, you got to go with McNabb. If you want to go with that it factor, you're going to have to go with Eli. Bridge Over the River Kwai. Another good movie, another long movie. Loaded Weapon with Emilio Estevez. Another good one. Full Metal Jacket. Apocalypse Now. Let's see. Last question. I would like questions. You think Russell Wilson is going to come here? No, I don't think Russell Wilson's going to. I think there's all this talk about him in Seattle and Seattle being ready to dump him and all that, but I don't think they're ever going to get rid of Russell Wilson. I really don't. Apocalypse Now. Lorenzo Tate. Thank you. And he's in that movie, and I can't think of the movie, but I can't think of he's in the movie where he's the singer. And it's a true story, and it's about the 3 women that he married. And I cannot think of the name of the movie. It's going to drive me crazy now. And he was a singer as a kid, and then he married these 3 women, and he lost his money, and they all kind of sued at the end. And you didn't know he didn't know that he was, or they didn't know that he was married to all 3 of them. I can't think. Soldier Story. You know what? That's a really good movie. That's one of those movies that a lot of people don't even remember. You got Denzel in that as well. And with the baseball team and the army and the sergeant gets murdered. Mr. Tate. I can't get the name of the movie he was in though. Let's see here. Air Force One, Dead Presidents. Let's see here. He love you a long time. Well, you need to keep that to yourself. I know. That's a good one though. I can't. Hamburger Hill. Hamburger Hill is another one of those movies that people don't remember. Don't mean a thing. It just don't mean a thing. That's part of the movie. The Posse. Another Mario Von Peebles movie. That was another one of those movies. And Mario Von Peebles did another movie where he's like this indestructible soldier called Solo. That people don't get. Beat Street, king of the beat. When we're rocking that beat, come across the street. But you got to do if you're gonna do Beat Street, you got to do Breakin', and you got to do Breakin', not Breakin' 2, but you got to do Breakin' 1. I didn't like Breakin' 2. Crush Groove, Breakin' though with Bugaloo Shrimp, Turbo and Ozone. Full Metal Jacket was the most accurate Marine movie ever made, according to the Marines I've asked. Yeah, I mean, that's my father was a Marine. My father was a staff sergeant in Korea. They said The Wire is the greatest TV show of all time. If I voted number 1 for years, but Sopranos is number 2. I wish I could tell you, I've never seen either one of them. Posse was corny. It wasn't a real Western. Of course not. It was just one of those movies. Why do Frankie? Thank you, Frankie Lyman. Why do fools sing so king? We go through the break of day. Why do they fall in love? The original Gone with Patrick Swayze and what's her name, Jennifer Grey. Who evidently they hated each other and they did Dirty Dancing right after that. Why do fools fall in love? That was thank you. That was going to drive me nuts. Kentucky Fried Movie. I haven't seen that one in a long time either. Unforgiven, good movie. You better bury him right. Oh, Outlaw Josie Wales is one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite westerns. Is one of my favorite westerns. Josie, are you gonna pull those pistols, or are you just gonna whistle Dixie? And well, Mr. Carpetbagger, we have something in this part's called Missouri Boat Ride. I love your streams, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I love your streams too. I got to try to catch them more on yours because you do yours more in the afternoons. I wish you get when they're on. Oh, I did like Posse. Oh, no. Posse was just entertainment. Solo is another very people's movie. It was terrible, but it was a good movie to watch. A Bronx Tale. I always talk about A Bronx Tale. Now's You Can't Leave with Baker Bar. Angels in the Outfield. Well, first of all, you had what's his name? The guy from Who's the Boss and Taxi in that one. And most people don't know that Matthew McConaughey was in that movie. Tide. That's another good. Crimson Tide is another good movie with Gene Hackman and Denzel Washington. They talk about the Arabians, the horses. That was another good movie. Strange Brew. Oh my God. Bob and Doug McKenzie. One of my favorite. Another one of my favorite movies. I actually have Bob and Doug figures. Oh my God. Strange Brew. Wow. You just broke back. Elsinore Beer. I used to love that movie. Strange Brew, man. I just love to see him when he drinks the chocolate milk and he throws up. And he goes, if I didn't have puke breath, I'd kiss you. Why do fools sing so? Why do fools fall in love with the movie? Yeah, that was a great movie. Literally love your channel. You are the spokesman for the channel. I appreciate that. A Few Good Men. I used to get drunk. Not drunk. I used to drink. Watch A Few Good Men with my friend Ryan. And then we'd go out to the club. Oh my God. Let's see here. Who was better? Eli, Phil Simms, never seen him play. Different quarterbacks. Different quarterbacks, different eras. Phil Simms, of course, the first giant quarterback to throw for over 4,000 yards in the 84 season. Eli Manning, of course, had more Super Bowls and he had the big moments. But it's if you want to have a comparison, Simms threw for 33,000 yards, 199 touchdowns. Eli had a lot more, but he's played in different eras, different quarterbacks, both giant greats. Frankie Lyman. Tombstone. I just watched Tombstone the other day. You tell them I'm coming. And hell's coming with me. You hear me? Hell's coming with me. I love the 19th Elvis, but it's not happening. I good vibes. Good, you know what? It's I just don't see it. Any Eastwood spaghetti western. Hang 'em high. I was just about to say hang 'em high. You get what's there for a few dollars more for a fistful of dollars. Hang 'em high, a good movie. Highlander was a good movie. I always remember the scene from Ricky Bobby. And they go with the Highlander. It won the Academy Award for what? He goes, best movie ever. Heat, man's got the longest gun battle ever. American Sniper. Collateral with Tom Cruise, another good one. Enemy at the Gates. Ooh, I haven't seen Enemy in the Gates or Thin Red Line. Two good. Thin Red Line, very underrated World War II movie. Very good. That's another one. I'll be your Huckleberry. Predator. You got to have the first Predator. first Predator. The movie Predators was actually pretty good. Dark City, Tinker Tailor Soldier. Yep, Arrive 2006 data, and there's all good. All right, getting rid of this out. Predator 2 did not get the love that it deserved. It was, you had some good performance in that movie, but I think in Training Day, Ethan, Denzel Washington, true story. Ethan Hawke was actually one of my relatives. Debated Ethan Hawke before he did his first movie that he went out in space. The Enemy Below. Yeah, man, I love Aliens. Game over, man. Game over. What are we gonna do? Well, we're some serious shit now, man. What are we gonna do? Let's see here. Let's see. Marx Brothers, Night of the Opera, Marx Brothers, Night of the Opera. I've actually seen that one. I actually seen Dicka. That's another Ethan Hawke movie. Bill Paxton, man, he passed away too soon. But he was a good actor. All right, guys, it's 10:45. Some of you guys out to the club. I appreciate everyone coming out. I enjoyed actually talking movies with everybody. I think. Oh, wait, honest question though. It's been hold on. For some reason, my button's not clicking fast enough. Honest question: what do you think Joe Judge thinks of being the Giants have a stat people? Not sure the judge. I honestly always don't think that he is high on Daniel Jones. I really don't. I don't want to see he's got an issue with him, but I don't think he thinks he's the guy. You got to remember, Daniel Jones, the judge is not Daniel Jones is Joe Judge's quarterback. He's left over from Shermer, so he had to stick with him. And I think that a lot of his game plan, a lot of Jason Garrett's game plan is because of the fact that it's coming down from the edict from Mount Judge that he doesn't want him to lose the game. Is also in that movie. And Lee Silverstone. All right, guys, we're going to cut it out. Appreciate everyone stopping by. We'll do our stream on Sunday, still at 11 Eastern Standard. Fun time. Everyone has a good time. I appreciate it. Again, we had 1 million views, and we gave away the jerseys to James Williams, one of the toilet paper sold here. And we are out. Good night.